right, business besties, let's talk digital products. If you are looking for a way to make passive income or just make your client's life a little easier, this video is for you. Today, I am walking you through how to set up digital products for your Wix website. I am Dee of Dee Better Designs, a web and brand design agency where I don't just help people start businesses, baby, we build brands. And welcome back to Wix Wednesdays, where we highlight one Wix feature you need on your website. And today we are talking digital products. Let's get into it. First things first, before we head over to Wix, we're going to go into Canva and create our digital product. So when you're thinking about your digital product that you want to start with, I want you to think not just ebooks, but even beyond that, right? You could think about if you want to do a tutorial, maybe you can make a private video on YouTube. Maybe you want a journal, a guide, a workflow, whatever the case may be. Think about some of the things that keep your customers or your clients up at night, right? And how you can help simplify their life. That is what you want to create a digital product for. And with these digital products, they can be lead magnets or they could be low offers where you're selling them at an entry price to basically be an entry point to your business. Because maybe your customers are at a point where they like you, they may want to work with you, but they're not quite sure. So you can create a digital product at a low price to help those clients basically get that entry level to you, see what you're about, and invest in your business. Let's say $15 guide on how to start your business. Simple things as that. Basically think about your customers, your clients, your niche, what keep your target audience up at night, and how you can use a digital product to simplify their life a little bit, right? So to get started, we're starting with Canva, and after you've thought about what exactly you want to do, you can start with a Canva template. For this demo, I'm going to do checklists. So as you can see here, you have some examples: checklists, cleaning checklists, daily checklist. Let's do travel checklist. So on that page, you're basically just selecting the size of your design. So for this one, it is US letter 8.5 by 11 design. And then when I click on design, or if it didn't already pop up for you, you're going to see different templates that already exist. So this is a travel checklist. So let's say I'm a travel agent, right? Everybody doesn't travel. So you have to have in your mind that although you're on a certain level, everybody may not be there. Everybody may not be as knowledgeable as you are. So you're basically taking your expertise, putting it out there for free at a low cost, whatever the case may be, and helping others to get to where you are. So let's say you're a travel agent, right? People who have never traveled before may not know where to start. They may not know exactly what all they need, right? So you can create a checklist basically letting people know these are all the things that you need before you even come ask me to be your travel agent, right? So we're going to work with this product here. As you can see, you have your template style, and you could basically change the colors to this as well. So if you already have your brand colors in Canva, you can go to brand and then basically just shuffle those colors around to make it uniquely yours. It fits your brand. You do want to have brand consistency regardless if you're using a Canva template. You do want to make sure that it aligns with your brand. For the sake of this demo, I'm not going to go in and structure this whole thing to my brand, but this is just to show you how to get started with using Canva, and then we're going to create the digital product in Wix. So let's say you finished your digital product. One tip that I want to put out there is when you're creating digital products, you have to remember these are ultimately lead magnets, right? So you do want to add a page, a link, or something that goes to a different offer. So for this travel checklist, for instance, I will produce this, and then I'll produce another page that basically says, oh, once you have your checklist completed, reach out to me to discuss your first travel adventure. Something along those lines, right? So I've given somebody something for free in exchange for their email. So they have their checklist, they completed this checklist. Now, at the end of this checklist, they know once they've completed it, they can reach out to me and I can offer my service as a travel agent, right? So you're basically upselling or cross-selling to your next offer. So once I have this set, I'm just going to save it as a PDF. All right. Now that we have that saved, let's go ahead over to Wix. So from Wix, you're going to head to catalog and then products. From the products page, you're going to click on new product and then digital file. Once we have our digital product up, we're going to go ahead and title it. So for this one, I'm just going to call it travel checklist. Of course, you want to get more creative than that. Talk to your audience, engage them. Next, I am going to upload the file that I just created. So in this case, it is a document. So I'm just going to upload that. And click add product. Now, taking a step back a little, you can see here for digital products, you have a few options. You can do an image, an audio file, a document, or a zip file. Let's say you have multiple documents that you're providing. So as you saw, there was no option to actually add a video. So if you wanted to do a video or maybe several videos, you could go on YouTube, upload a video, and then also make it private. You could also upload the video to your Wix account as well. But for your clients to be able to directly access it, I would recommend going in Canva and just starting with like a thank you card. Let's see, something as simple as this. Thank you for your purchase. Click the link below. Right, and then I would come in here. So what I'm doing is coming in here, and this is primarily for videos. So I created basically a thank you card and a video tutorial link. And what I'm going to do to both of these is add the link, whatever your YouTube link is or wherever the video is, you want to add the link here and save it as a PDF. So now when somebody receives your digital product, they're able to download it and they're able to see these buttons. I didn't actually add the link for these buttons, so they're not going to work for this demo, of course. But it's as simple as that, right? So going back to Wix, as you can see, I have my file uploaded. Next, I'm going to go to categories. And this is going to determine where on your website is this product showing up. So for me, I'm going to put this in DBella Academy. I'm going to go down to my description. Now for your description, you don't want to just put what you're offering, but basically the benefits of what you're offering. And also, who are you talking to? So for this travel checklist, right, this is for people who are new travelers or people who want to get into traveling more often. Maybe they don't already have their passports. So I want to put in my description something along those lines so people know this is very entry level to people who have not traveled yet. And then I'm also going to highlight the benefits. What is somebody going to gain once they have your digital product? What is the benefit? What problem are you solving? That is what you want to put in your description, not just this is a travel checklist. Okay, and tell me more about it, right? And then you want to create an image for your digital product. So this one is a lead magnet that I recently created, and it's basically talking about how to make your brand feel high end. So all I did was took the cover of my digital product that I created and put it inside the format or a mock-up of an iPad. Of course, you want to get more creative than just that, but for the sake of this video, we are going to roll with that image, and you could create or add additional images and videos as you see fit. Now for your info sections, you can add whatever you like, but what I like to put for my info sections is basically the policy, letting people know that once they receive this download, because it is an instant download, you will not be able to get a refund. You can add additional information, anything that you feel like your customers should know up front before they actually make this purchase. And then I'm going to add in my price. So for digital products, there really isn't a reason to track inventory for them unless you're just like, okay, after this point, I want to stop selling them. Then maybe you could track it, but there's not really a need to turn that on. So marketing and SEO, you could create a coupon if you want to add a discount for, let's say, a certain amount of days. Oh, people who purchase in the next 24 hours get 10% off, something like that. You can create a coupon. You can also edit your SEO settings. So for every product that you add, you do want to make sure that you're adding keywords to it so that this can also be found on different search engines as well. Alright, so let's head over to Bella Academy so we can see what that product looks like on the front end, right? So this is my webpage here, and at the bottom is where I have several digital products, which are Canva templates and business cards that people can purchase. So if you may notice on these, there are down arrows. That is basically to signify to people that it is an instant download. Going to the one that we created, the travel checklist. So you can see here, this is the picture that you're going to upload to showcase what they're getting. You don't want to give like too much information in that initial picture. And then you can see, if I had a description, we'll see that information here along with the price and the name of the digital product that I have. From here, your clients or customers are able to check out and add to cart along with other items that you're offering, or they could just buy now. It is as simple as that. That is basically how you go about adding digital products to your Wix website. So what are you waiting on? Go ahead and get to it. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you're still struggling or just need ideas of digital products for your business, leave a comment below. I am happy to help. See you next Wix Wednesday, where we highlight one Wix feature you must have on your website. Until next time.